Okay, so you guys gonna hear something funny. I thought I was recording for like 3 minutes and I really wasn't, and then my camera closed and I was like, why did it close? I thought I had battery. And it was because it wasn't recording and it was just sitting here and I was talking to nothing. But anywho, I guess I'm a little sometimes. Today I'm going to review the Amla and Olive Heavy Cream from Qhemet Biologics. Like most Qhemet products, it's very high in quality. The only thing for me with it is that it's not as versatile as other products that I've tried from Qhemet. So let me just get right to it. The directions say, as a leave-in, evenly distribute a small or moderate amount through damp or dry hair. Also use as a soothing and regenerative scalp butter to soften growth and smooth edges, and as an overnight deep treatment. The ingredients are castor oil, olive oil, distilled water, organic amla, organic brahmi, organic aloe africana, MSM, vegetable glycerin, conditioning emulsifier, a couple of preservatives, and an essential oil blend. So it's very like extremely thick. Like obviously it's castor oil based. It's not there is water in it, but it's not water based. So this is what it looks like. It's very thick. Like there's no way it's doing anything. You take like a little bit because it's, like I said, it's really thick. Looks like this. It's like, it's very, actually you could like feel the oil in it. So I first started using this on dry hair. I used it when my afro was blown out because I needed something that didn't have like a ton of water to moisturize my hair at night. And I did that one night and that turned out bad because my hair shrunk and then it was like getting all tangled and crazy and I was just like, okay. But then it was good for that. Then I started using it for nighttime moisture. When I started wearing my hair curly again, I loved it for that. It was very, I feel like it'd be great for nighttime moisture in winter because it really just like melts into your hair, and I think it would really help prevent like single strand knots or dryness, especially to your ends. But here's the kicker. So last night I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna try this for a wash and go. So, and I really said it like that in my head too. I put it on wet hair and in my sections, and I realized that it wasn't like absorbing pretty much at all. I wasn't using a lot. I was like using like a moderate amount. But my head was like white. Like it was not absorbing into my head at all. It was going on very much in the same fashion as the Donna Marie Super Buttercream. Like, you know how I said that it doesn't have a lot of slip going on, but it's still very moisturizing? Okay, well this didn't have a lot of slip going on, but then my head was white. With the Donna Marie Super Buttercream, it does absorb fairly quickly into my hair, and that one is still, I believe, aloe vera based. So anyway, so my head was like white, and I will say that my hair, like in terms of like curliness, like reducing frizz, all of that, my hair did look good, but it was white. So anywho, it was nighttime. I was about to go to bed anyway. I was like trying to, you know, test it out. So I was like, okay, whatever, like I'll baggy and, you know, go to sleep, and in the morning it should have absorbed. So I got up in the morning, my hair was still pretty white. It wasn't as white as it was the night before, but it's pretty bad. It wasn't wearable, I'll say that. Like it looked like someone like poured a thing of chalk on my head. So then I was like, all right, well I guess I need to put a gel over it, which is kind of annoying, but not really. So let me just use, like, so I made a batch of flaxseed gel to put over it. I actually made it this morning. I made it. I got in my kitchen. I didn't make breakfast. I made gel. So anyway, I applied that to my hair, and you know what it did? And okay, flaxseed gel, just so you guys know, is really good for finishing off, like if something is like getting funky with your product combination. Okay, so I put it on, and it kind of like foamed up a little bit because of the heavy cream, and then my head was still white. I sat around and watched TV for a little bit, was like, okay, maybe I'll give it like an hour to absorb. I know that's a ton of time, but I was like, I don't really have anything to do. Let me just see if it'll eventually absorb. No, it was still white. still. So what I did is I just ended up counting that as, you know, a pre-poo or an overnight treatment and just washed it out because it just didn't work for me. But remember, my hair is also low porosity, so it was just too heavy. It was just too much. It didn't absorb well and my hair wet, and it's castor oil based. And remember, I don't like castor oil on wet hair, only dry hair. So I think that was my issue. But besides that, I can definitely use this, keep using it for nighttime moisture, and I will. But I'm not ever going to try to leave it in on wet hair again. That was just like a bad romance. But besides that, it was good. So that's really all I had to say about it. So if your hair is low porosity, I wouldn't try it. If you're definitely on dry hair, better. If you have kind of like an iffy relationship with oils, remember it is oil based, it's not water based. It does have the aloe should be moisturizing, but that's really it. I mean, obviously the water is, but like I said, it's olive oil, castor oil based. So if you have a funky time with oils, it could weigh your hair down, could make it greasy, you know, whatever. For me, it kind of like absorbs and it's not greasy, but you can tell it's there. And you could definitely use too much and make your hair greasy, so just be careful. But for me, I like the burdock root buttercream better just because that one has more water, which is really funny because it said that one's for like fine hair and my hair is not fine at all. But I just like that one better. My hair likes water, it likes moisture, it likes aloe vera, things like that. So this is not a repurchase for me. I have some other things like my oil mixes and stuff that I can use to seal at night for nighttime moisture. This costs, like, I got it from my health food store that sells Qhemet stuff. Luckily, oh my god, I can walk there. I feel like such a little spoiled girl, but I stay in this store. They like know me. They're like, oh, she's buying hair products again. But yeah, it costs like $19 there, which is cool. I mean, like with the shipping that I would pay, like buying it, you know, online anyway, is totally cool. But for me, I'm just not going to do it again. I would rather have more versatility when I use a product. But that's really it. If you guys are looking at my eyeshadow like I'm crazy, I got my makeup book, so I was just like trying out looks. I was like effing around, and I live in LA, so I can walk down the street basically like in anything but like a towel, and no one's gonna look at me funny because I'm sure there's like a transsexual walking down Melrose that's dressed like 10 times crazier than me. And don't even act like I'm being mean saying that, because I've seen them. I mean, I give them like a how you doing, but they're there. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. My dog is like, he is thirsty, and anytime he doesn't have water in his bowl, he hits the bowl like, yatch, give me some water. Isn't that bratty? He's so bratty. Oh well, I love him. Okay, bye.